Hello guys, it's the Inbox Collector here with another review, and today I'm reviewing all of these double packs. I've got some triple packs, basically all the Toybiz special packs. Kicking things off then, we've got the Human Torch and Iceman double pack Fire and Ice. Look at the detail in this Johnny Storm, that is so cool. Those flames coming off his hands, and then we've got this really pearl-descent Iceman, and I am going to use some comparables today with some of the singular figures as well, so that'll be really cool, so you guys can sort of see some of the differences. This one comes with like a pendant exclusive. They all come with like free gifts. Well, most of these double packs come with free gifts. There it is. It's got the Fantastic Four design and the X for the X-Men design on that pendant. That is really cool. These are all limited to various amounts. We've got some nice artwork on the back. Fire and Ice. There is Johnny Storm. And there's a write-up on him. And there is also Iceman. And he has those snap-on sort of icicle weapons that he's created himself. Just a really cool set if you were a kid. Please pause this and read it if you want to. Yeah, if you were a kid, Fire and Ice battle and wanted to find out, then this is great. I love these toys because when the animated cartoons would stop, you could continue the action at home. So here is the Iceman from the Invasion series of X-Men. I've already done a review on all of these, and there is the Iceman double pack. It's a slightly different head sculpt, and he comes with slightly different snap-on weapons, but it's pretty much the same Iceman in this box, whereas that one's more translucent. Next, we've got American Heroes. Look how vibrant this Captain America and Bucky is. Really nice colours, retro pop. I don't see too many of these sets around, to be honest. I do keep an eye out, and this one is definitely one I don't see too often. Maybe people opened it and used it. You don't see too many on the second market. Comes with a magnetic notebook. That is the free gift, like an address book. There you are. Really cool sort of design on the packaging. Not the best of gifts, but it was an exclusive gift nevertheless. Just really cool. Really nice to see Bucky as well. I'll spin it around. We'll have a look on the back. There we go. We've got a massive write-up if you guys want to pause and read that as always. And a really nice set. This one came out in 1998. So these were all around from around 1996 onwards. They come out at various times. Next, we've got the X-Men Wolverine Dimensional X Pack. This is so cool. It comes with that Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, and it comes with the light up Wolverine and that cool Wolverine Alternate X. There it is. And look at the packaging in behind. You've got like that when they do that split Red Hulk, Green Hulk, but this time it's two Wolverines. I have reviewed this one before when I did the Age of Apocalypse wave of figures, but I'm doing it again because it is a double special pack released by Toybiz. Comes with all his accessories there. He's in black, not blue. That is the main difference. The arm obviously changes for those interchangeable weapons. So really it's just a paint colour change on this one, and you get that exclusive little gift. So really cool. I doubt the light up weapon one works anymore because they did include batteries back in the day. And this one has never been opened. There's a write up there. Just a really cool action figure, and a lot of the artwork was the same artwork used on the singular boxes as well. I'll point that out. There's the write up on this one as well, and this one is 1996. So yeah, just a really cool, nice set. Next, we've got Marvel's arch enemies, and this time it's Wolverine and Lady Deathstrike. A really cool Wolverine with this extra sort of gear attached to him. Giant extra blades. I don't know why you need them, but they've given him extra blades. He already comes with his own Wolverine claws. There is Lady Deathstrike. She is a repaint. I can't remember what wave she's from. but she definitely is a repaint. She comes with some extra gear as well, and you get this cool X-Men ring. Who wouldn't want an X-Men ring? That is so awesome. Included in the box set. Very nice. And on the back we get this really cool sort of artwork with them both fighting. Of course they're both arch enemies and rivals. They did do a Sabretooth and Wolverine pack, Marvel Superheroes one. I don't have it and I couldn't find an image of it. Any of the ones I don't have, I have included images at the end. But this is the arch enemies one, and it's really nice. And that is the battle ravaged Wolverine. That's this Wolverine here that they have used. They use him in a couple of different sets actually. But you can see it's just a paint job with those extra accessories. But that is the same figure in there in that exclusive set. And that is quite a common theme today, as you'll see as I go through these different ones. Next, it's Marvel's famous couples. This is after Xavier, the Age of Apocalypse. We get Gambit. And I don't believe he was ever on single card, this particular Gambit. No, he was not. And we get Rogue. Now, that is the ugliest looking Rogue I have ever seen in my life. We get a really cool collector's pin. But I'm going to point something out to you in a minute. That is not actually Rogue. That's just a repainted White Witch. If you look, she's got the Generation X basically stand. Here she is. It's a repaint of the White Witch with a bit of green cloth put over and a repaint. It is definitely not Rogue. She is an imposter. Excuse me. So there is your double pack. Definitely just a repainted White Queen, but nevertheless still cool to have. It's just what they used to get. You got that love heart in the background there of the packaging, I should mention. There's kind of nice sort of cool detailing, and packaging is a big part of these. There is, if you twist his waist, he'll throw that sort of charged card. I think it's like a charged card, or that charged little lump of purple plastic. And then you've got this nice looking cape that goes on to the Rogue / Emma Frost repaint. There's the write-up, guys, and there is the release date of this one. Yeah, it's strange what they used to do with some of these figures, and obviously I would have preferred to have seen an original Rogue from the 1994 wave. Next we get Cyclops, and he comes with a Cerebral headset. Absolutely no reason to give him a Cerebral headset whatsoever. Gets this really cool bookmark though, all done in like a gold. That is very smart. That is the collector's piece that you get with this one. And we get a Jean, and it's not a terrible looking Jean, but it's not brilliant either. They weren't great at doing the women characters, Toybiz, back in the day, I have to be honest. So there is Cyclops and Jean, also with the love heart in the background, famous couples. Still, it's a nice to see a different Jean and Cyclops. There you go. They can see the Cerebral to be attached to Cyclops. And there is Jean. And she comes with some cool accessories as well, like Psychic Energy Blast and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. It's a nice set. Limited edition set yet again. And if we look here, we can see they've used the same Cyclops from Monster Armor, which I did a review of a couple of weeks ago, I believe. There it is. It's the same sculpt, head at least. Not necessarily the same body, but it possibly is. They've just taken off the utility belt, chest belt if you like. Next it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Cyber Spider-Man versus Deathlock. Look at this. It really pops. This is so retro. This is really cool. I really like the paint jobs on these. It's like they really went, especially on this Spider-Man, they really went to a lot of effort. Of course, he was released in another wave, and I don't have him in that wave. I did do a video back along of all the Spider-Man figures, but when I said I had him in a double pack, this is what I meant. And of course, we get a cool Deathlock as well. Just a really cool set. It just really pops. It's typical 90s action figures, these. There is the Cyborg Spider-Man and Deathlock right up if you want to read that. There is how all of his gimmicks work. He fires missiles. That's really cool. And we can take off Deathlock's sort of head to expose his brain, which is a pretty cool feature. I love all the gimmicks and little features that as you all know as well, I'm a big fan of these sort of gimmicks and features because that was the thing they did back in the day. That was what they did. I'll just show you that right up again, make sure it was nice and clear. If you do want to pause and read that, then by all means go ahead. And there is the release date of 1997. So a nice set from 1997. And these aren't in any particular order today, guys. I'm just doing them as I bring them out. Next, we've got Spider-Man Strange Transformations. Now, this is a pretty rare set. There's none hardly ever over here in the UK. It's a special collector's edition. It doesn't come with any kind of special pin or anything like that. But these are some really cool painted Spider-Man. We got the Cyber Spider-Man. They're just really cool. Look at them. They're just so different. I wonder if they've ever used them in any of the sort of PlayStation video games, these Spider-Man. We've got Cosmic Spider-Man and we've got Transformation Symbiotic Spider-Man. What a great set of Spider-Man. Typical 90s stuff this, but really cool nevertheless. There is a huge write-up on the back and they've got a couple of accessories. One comes with that big web and one comes with a little plunger and a hook. So that's the gimmicks, not the best. And this, I think, was an F.A. Schwartz exclusive because there's an F.A. Schwartz sticker on the back there from the original, when it was originally purchased. Next, you've got the Holiday Special, one of my favourites. I do see this one from time to time. There's Spidey with his Santa hat, belt and boots. We get this cool sort of Santa bag with Spider-Man and the presents coming out. And then we get this really cool magnet with both Mary Jane and Spidey on. There's Mary Jane in her Miss Santa outfit. Just a really cool box set, double set, a holiday special. Comes with some nice sort of packaging with all the presents and the Christmas and the candy canes. As you can see here, just really cool. Just something really different. You'd never see anything like this now. They don't make toys the same way. They've evolved. Basically, essentially, everything is different. But here we have a holiday special and there's a big write-up. There it is. Oddly enough, I thought the artwork of is a bit strange for Mary Jane. It isn't flattering. It isn't like doing her any justice. It's not as soft as it normally would be, but still, that's the only thing that I would criticise on this. It is absolutely amazing. A bit of 90s retro toy gold. Next, we've got Marvel's famous couples, and it's a Spider-Man with a Peter Parker head, and we've got a Spidey head, so we can change him, and he comes with that battle-ravaged backpack. I did show you all the Spider-Man not so long ago, and he comes also with that hook and plunger like we saw on that last set of Spider-Man figures. A really nice pin with Mary Jane and Spidey, and we of course get Mary Jane as well, sporting the colours because she always wore the same outfit in the cartoon series. If you remember that cartoon series from a kid, let me know in the comments. She was always wearing that, and when Peter wasn't Spider-Man, he was always wearing that brown jacket. They never really changed. I think he wore a tuxedo once, but that was about it. Here on the back, we can see Spidey swinging off that hook, which you just hook around his wrist, and Mary Jane's got a camera, which is basically the same one we got with the Peter Parker, so Mary Jane can take the photos instead. So it's pretty cool. Just a nice all-round set. There's a write-up on the back here, so you can pause that and read that if you want, guys. I'm not going to read it all out. It would just make the videos far too long. Yeah, let me know what you think of these sets, because there's quite a few of them. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Next, I'm going to be looking at the Hearts of Darkness set. This is a really cool set. We've got an F.A. Schwartz exclusive. It comes with Punisher. It comes with another battle-ravaged Wolverine, but he's got like dark blues instead of the light blues. Not much difference other than that. But nevertheless, they must have, maybe they just had loads of him, or maybe it was just easier just to put him in there. And we get a really cool Ghost Rider. And I'm going to do some comparisons for these as well, because I've got the Ghost Rider and I have got that Punisher. But yeah, a nice cool set, really like moody and dark, and like the artwork's really cool, and it's just like, you can tell these guys are just absolutely badass. Just a really nice set. I'll spin it around so you guys can see. There's a nice bit of artwork on the side, and there's quite a lot of write-ups on the back. So I'll scan over these, and if you want to pause and you can read this, it pays to be watching it on a bigger screen rather than a phone. You guys can do. I'll try and get the light off that. But yeah, a really cool set of action figures, and all banded together in this Hearts of Darkness set. It's just something we don't see anymore. I mean, the Legends kind of used to do this when they were Toybiz. One that springs to mind is the Urban Legends, which has got the Punisher, Elektra, Daredevil and Spidey in. But it kind of stopped. I mean, I don't think Hasbro ever do these. Well, I suppose they do the 5 packs, actually. No, I'm wrong. They kind of do. But this is just like, yeah, I'm wrong. They do them. But now they do them all in box, so we can't see the figures in the front. Anyhow, let's have a look. This is the Punisher from the Toybiz Spider-Man animated series line. And as you can see, instead of a silver utility belt, he comes with a brown one, and sort of all his other little bits are brown as well. And it's actually attached to him, whereas in the animated box, it's in the box. And sadly, we don't get that really cool Punisher pin. Instead, we get the card with F.A. Schwartz written on it in the middle on the Punisher's head. I like that pin a lot. I think that's one of the coolest pins they ever did with the action figures. Maybe I'm a little bit of a favoritism towards the Punisher. But yeah, there are the differences, the main differences, but it is essentially the same figure. It's just some slight different accessories and a different colour tone, because he's more in the grey rather than the black. And then if we compare that Ghost Rider to this Ghost Rider, it's again just a colour change. We've got different colours in the flames, different colours. We've got grey and green instead of on the bottoms, but then we've got a slightly different coloured black on the top torso part of the body. But otherwise, you can see it's the same figure. There's not really much difference, but that's how they did it. I guess it was cheap to then make an exclusive pack. Next, we've got the X-Men, the Dark Phoenix Saga pack. So this was an exclusive to F.A. Schwartz again. We've got Corsair. We've got the Phoenix, of course, but in red rather than green. And she comes with this nice gold. We got Chord, but he's basically the same figure. There's no differences in him whatsoever. And then we get Spacesuit Wolverine, but he's in silver rather than the gold. So I do have some of these that I can just pick up off the shelf and do some comparisons with. I say pick up off the shelf, I kind of have to rummage through and find them. But basically we'll do some comparisons to see the difference. I've got a look on the back first. We've got that. This is the same sort of artwork that we got on the box of the figures. So that Wolverine at the top is definitely the same artwork. Corsair's got a different paint job. I'm not sure where my Corsair is right now, and I'm certainly not going to hunt everywhere for it, but he's definitely got a different paint job from what I remember. But there's Chord. Really cool artwork. There's all the write-ups, guys. If you want to pause and read those write-ups, by all means do. Just absolutely awesome. Of course, she's got the laser lights, and it's got that really horrible pin on the back that dents into your finger when you press it in. Corsair comes with a grapple hook that you can sort of swing in on. That's pretty cool. The Space Jammers, they were great. I mean, I loved them in the animated series. Wolverine's got some extendable claws. They're just this is a great set. One that I'm very happy I've got in my collection. There is the regular Phoenix that I've got loose, a loose one, done in yellow and green. And the Dark Phoenix is done in red. And there is the gold Wolverine, which is on the box, is in gold. But instead you get a silver one in the box, which is interesting. But this, you see the artwork, it's exactly the same. So yeah, there's the differences. Just a silver and gold paint job, really. Next up, I have got the Spider and the Scarecrow. Now look at this. This is a really cool coloured Spider-Man. We get a really almost like pearl-descent, I'm going to say pearl-descent purpled chameleon. We've got a really cool Spider-Man who I don't have in a single pack. This is the Climbing Wall Spider-Man. We get a really cool Peter Parker, exactly the same Peter Parker that we got on the singles pack, and we get this absolutely awesome detailed, intricately detailed Scarecrow. I think he's definitely the main feature of the pack. Got to be honest, don't know a lot about him. Definitely don't remember him from the TV series. Comes with these cool sort of crows and that cool lamppost. Just a great character that I do not know an awful lot about. I'm going to have to look into him a bit more and see what comics he was in and so on and so forth. So comparing the two Peter Parkers, there's that jacket that I was telling you about. He never changed from that outfit when he was in the animated series. I guess it saves time, but there he is in the collector's pack with a slightly different coloured jacket. So that's pretty cool as a comparison, but there's not much more difference other than that. And there is Chameleon, and basically we'll look at the comparison. I think it's like brownish, I'd say that's burgundy, a burgundy colour, and it's instead of the sort of burnt orange colour that we got in this one. But otherwise he's the same. Only difference being is though he only comes with that Spider-Man head, whereas in the single pack we get J. Jonah Jameson's head and we get Venom's head, and not to mention in all those single packs we always got, well not always but most of the time, got those collector's pins. It's a shame they didn't include the collector's pins in these bigger sets. On the back, this is really cool artwork, definitely sort of that Halloween theme styled. So Spider Sense Spider-Man is the same as the dark black Spider-Man with the gadget where you pull it up through the chest, and the wall crawling Spider-Man that I said I don't have when I did those Spider-Man figures. There is the gimmick. He fires off the edge of his staff there, and we've got these crows that can leap off of the lamppost, which is pretty cool. So there's the gimmicks, and there is that Spider Sense Spider-Man that you pull up that thing, and then basically the Spider-Man will just slowly, it's quite a slow process, but he basically comes back to the top of it and it's hidden in his chest there. Next we've got the Monster Mayhem. This isn't a new set that I've got here, but it's really hard to find. There is Man Spider. We've got Six Arm Spider-Man. We've got the J. Jonah Jameson, which is the only time we got this figure from Toybiz during the 90s, sort of this style of figures. There's the Punisher in a more turquoise outfit, which is the colour I remember from the animated series, if I'm being honest. Not black or grey, but that more turquoise. And he comes with that cool jacket, which is cloth, which is nice. Comes with his knife. We get multi-jointed Spider-Man. We get Lizard. You can see Lizard down there, and he's got the black shirt, not the red. So when I said on my Spider-Man video of all the figures I didn't have the black one, well I actually do kind of. There's Craven. I think that could be a different tone of orange, I'm not entirely sure. Morbius looks exactly the same. Yeah, so there's your Monster Mayhem set. A great set, a difficult set to find, I have to be honest, but there's so many different write-ups. I'll go over each one so you guys can pause and read if you want to, looking at the artwork on this. Yeah guys, if you're enjoying this video today, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe and turn on notifications. Let me know what you think. Have you got any of these? Are you hunting for any of these? Just tell me what, in the comments what you think. Basically, I love to hear from you all. I think they're a great set. They're definitely indicative of their time. They're really cool, retro. They're vintage now, really. These are vintage sets. They're well over 20 years old. Just really cool sets. Something that we don't see nowadays, where it's completely different to what we see nowadays, that's for sure. And don't forget, these would have been at a lot more affordable price back in the day, because Toybiz were good at pricing their stuff. It wasn't anywhere near expensive, but then I guess there's a lot more advancement, so it swings around about. So the next set I've got is a 4 set, which is a Danger Room set, another special collector's edition. There is Sabretooth, locked with sort of shackles. We've got Nimrod in black and blue. Another battle ravaged Wolverine in that darker blue. It's pretty much the same as the other one. And we've got a Gambit. Not the first Gambit from 1994, the more advanced Gambit. I can't remember what wave he came from off the top of my head. We'll look on the back. This is pretty cool. Just all those pipes and the packaging. They were great at packaging. They knew how to make things pop. And if all this stuff was on shelves, it would just look fantastic. We've got a write up there, and we can see how Battle Ravaged Wolverine works. The gimmick for Gambit. We've got Captive Sabretooth. They're just really good. I'll sort of hover over these in case any of you guys want to pause it. There's the Gambit. There's some really good figures in these sets. And I probably haven't found them all yet. There's probably more that I don't even know about. I'm obviously going to show you some at the end that I don't own yet or have not been able to get, purely because some of them are so expensive. Nimrod fires those cool missiles. They're just it's just a great lineup of interesting characters. They put like, well, 2 villains and 2 good guys. There is the Captive Sabretooth there. He's got grey shackles and it's just a different colour. So it's exactly the same figure. It's just almost like a variant in this special edition. There's not really, it's not like there's a one-of-a-kind figure. And there's the Nimrod. We get him in red in his single packaging. And there he is in this special edition done in black and blue. Let me know which ones you prefer, guys. Maybe you've got a preference. Right, so Spider-Man Maximum Clonage. This came with some amazing figures. Some really good figures that you couldn't get anywhere else at the time. Especially the Jacko. But guys, I can't pay 200 and odd pounds for this set. It's just gone way beyond what I can afford, so that's one I don't have. Next is Cloak and Dagger. Now this one I'm just a case of waiting for it to come up cheap here in the UK. I don't want to pay to get it imported, but that one is quite a common one. The next is this Secret Wars set, and I believe there's another Secret Wars set, but I couldn't find an image or photo of it, but I believe there was 2 sets of this. So yeah, that is all the sets that I can think of. There was that Sabretooth and Wolverine sort of box set as well under superheroes. Let me know in the comments if you can think any more. Ever wanted to see what they all look like stacked above? Yep, me neither, but I'm going to do it anyway. Guys, that's all I've got time for. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn on notifications. And until next time, good luck searching for that toy gold.